Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Franny, and thank you for joining me today. I just wanted to show you guys what I plan on making for the month of October. My mojo just started kicking in. So for the most part, my projects have been small, easy projects that might take a few hours to make. But this month, I plan on continuing with some small projects, but really embarking on some solid projects to build up my wardrobe. Um, Earlier this year, I'd gained a ridiculous amount of weight, but I am on an adventure, weight loss, and also sculpting my body. And so, with that being said, there's quite a few items that I made in March and April that don't fit me anymore. Before I get started, though, I just wanted to point out my top. Today I am wearing the Luna Tank by Helen's Closet, and I made it using a butterfly print knit fabric that I found at Joann's. I call this my Papillon Luna Tank. My mom's name is Luna, and Papillon means butterfly in French, so this is my Papillon Luna tank. All right, I do plan on making this tank again, but I haven't found the perfect fabric that I want to use. I want to use berry fabric with a print, but I want like a cartoon character on it. I'm a little silly, don't get me wrong. Sorry for those who's not into that, but I just want like maybe a Bart Simpson, Marge Simpsons theme, or Doc McStuffins. I'll even wear Harry Potter. I'm a serious Harry Potter geek, but that's the kind of top, the fabric that I'm looking for to make this top again. And then I also want to make it in a solid print. So that's what I have planned for the future, but not for October. Let me get back on track. So last month, September, I made my daughter Simplicity 1165, which is a pair of shorts that I've made a few times. It's actually my favorite pattern because it's quick, easy, and I always wear shorts. There's patterns that I've made that I've maybe worn it once and then that's it. But 1165 is a pattern that I make and I always wear the garment. So I made these shorts with macaroon print fabric that I found at Joann's. Here's the shorts. The pattern is designed with pockets. It's a knit fabric. And the pattern is designed for a woven, but I went down a size, or maybe two, to make these shorts for my daughter. My daughter loves these shorts so much, and my oldest daughter at that loves these shorts so much because she loves macaroons. She wants to be a chef or a baker or both. She's planning on having a restaurant when she grows up, and she loves macaroons. Her birthday cake last year was a macaroon cake. But in order to show you these shorts today, I had to sneak in her room and steal them out of her dresser drawer. She's obsessed with them. Okay. So we went to Joann's last week, I want to say, or maybe even the week before. And she found the macaroon fabric and was like, Mom, can I have a shirt to match my shorts? So for October, I'm going to make the shorts again. We have some more macaroon fabric, and I'm going to use the Rebecca Page Toronto tee. I've made this pattern before using some brush net. It's like a rose color fabric, and I made myself a tee, and so now I'm going to use this pattern to make her a tee as well to go. So this will essentially become a set. Yesterday I went to Joann's and I found this remnant. Now this is an apple butter rayon rib knit. You see that? Well, that's off. rib knit. You see that? It's so beautiful. The camera's not doing the color any justice, but I plan on using this fabric to make the Lola tank again. I made a muslin, had to make some adjustments to the muslin, and now I'm gonna try it again. After I make another tank, I plan on making the Lola dress. So that's what I'm gonna use this for. Last September or in August, I made Seamwork Sierra dress out of this fabric right here. And I have some fabric left over, and I plan on using this to make a pair of shorts. Can't think of the pattern number, and I don't think I brought it, but I plan on using it to make a pair of shorts. So this will be a pair of shorts. I plan on making this and wearing it with just a cute tank. There's so many tank patterns, so probably in October I'll work on a tank pattern to go with this. I live in Florida, so it's still very warm here, and so I'm still in summer mode. I will start making some fall items, but for right now I'm going to continue sewing for summer. So here we go. All right. I plan on making McCall's 8063, which is this pattern right here. You have a pair of shorts, pants, and I plan on making the shorts. There you go. You see that? The shorts, which is view A. And I'm making it in a muslin first because I want to get the fit right. In ready-to-wear pants, I struggle finding a pair that fit me perfectly, especially like in the crotch area. So I've already cut this out, and I'm planning on making it with this. This is Lemons and Limes, oh my. Okay. So that's what I plan to use to make the muslin for this. I hope it's a wearable muslin. Cross fingers and toes on that one. Next up, I plan on making McCall's 9273. This pattern. I've made this pattern before, view A, for my mom in a like floral print, or maybe it was leaves. I plan on making this pattern again for my mom in a teal knit fabric. Picked it up from, Joann's. I've already cutting pieces up all out my hand. So yeah, that's what I plan to do with this. I've also made myself a tee from this pattern that was a fail. But I'll discuss that later. Butter It 6822. This is for my mom as well. I am making the dress, but I extended the dress. I lengthened the dress. There you go, view B. And I am using this beautiful crepe fabric that I picked up from, Ivy crepe fabric that I picked up from Fabric Mart. Ordered a few years ago. Actually, I think I ordered it last year, 2020. So that's what I'm going to use to make this dress for my mama. Let's make bow 1835, which is this gorgeous top. You see that? It's off the shoulder. It's close fitting. See that? And I plan to make it with this knit fabric that I picked up from Walmart. And this is going to be a wearable muslin. But this is a fabric that I plan to make for this. You see that? Isn't that gorgeous? Now, anytime I make a top that is a little fitted, I have to make a muslin because my high bust versus my full bust is a 5-inch difference. Yes, 5 inches. So I always end up having to make a muslin before I actually can make the garment. So, but this one, I hope if it fits right, I have a perfect tee to wear with it. See, yeah, I have this fabric. I don't have a pattern for it yet. Most likely I will use a Simplicity 8418 to make this, but I want to try a new pattern that I haven't tried before. This is an Ankara print that I picked up from Joann. It's orange with blue and black. I love this. And I plan on making a jacket. I always make, every year I make one, a bomber's jacket. And so last year I used Simplicity 8418. I might use it again, but I wanted to try a different pattern just to see which one I like better. But I plan on making this. Now, in order to make this, I would love to make it with rib knit, this shade of blue. And I haven't found that yet. So if I can find a rib knit this shade of blue, this beautiful blue right here, then I'm gonna make this jacket this month. If not, no worries, I'll figure out something. I have black rib knit, but I really want it to pop. I love for my jackets to have a little flare to it. So hopefully I can get it in this color. We'll see. Okay, last up, I am going to make, well, no, that's not last. I'm gonna make lots and lots of masks. I've already cut out the fabric, the patterns. And because my kids are back in school in person and they're going through masks, so lots of masks. And I'm working on home decor. I'm really behind on my home decor sewing. I try to make pillows to decorate my living room and throughout the house. And this time around, I'm going for like an orange and red color scheme. This was my inspiration fabric right here. This was a fat quarter that I picked up at Joann's. See that? I'm going for bright red and bright orange. I like when I walk into my living room to feel some sunshine, just because this has been a rough 2 years emotionally. So this is my inspiration. So I picked up this fabric that I'm going to use on the back. My kids love when the pillows have like one fabric on the front and then a different type on the back, and I think this is so cute. And also if you flip the pillows around, it still looks great in the living room. So this is the other one, and I'm using orange, and this is not looking right on the camera. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Orange and see, well, you can't tell. It doesn't look, the camera's not doing it justice to it. But orange and red pillowcases. So I'll take a picture of that when it's done. And then while I'm sewing my pillows for this time around, in November probably I'll switch into fall colors. Yes, I'm gonna buy it, but and I'm planning on using like the shade of red burgundy to go with this, which is a Better Homes and Garden pre-cut. It's Merlot. The color is Merlot, and it's gonna go with this, which is like a mustard. This is also Better Homes and Garden fabric. And this, which is a striped terracotta. And then this, which is a dotted striped yellow. See that? And so when you put these together, look at that. You see that? That is absolutely gorgeous. Oops, let me see if I can hold all four. Yes. And so this was, and I'm going to make my first fall project, and it's going to be using this rib knit fabric that I picked up from think it was fashion.com a few years ago. And I'm going to use this pattern, McCall's 8241. I can't wait to make this poncho, and I'm planning to make view A. Surprisingly, view A only needs 2 1/8 yards of fabric. Yes, 2 1/8. So that's what I'm planning to do with this fabric. I was going to make it in black, not saying I might not later, but I was like, oh, let me just make it in gray. I have a pair of boots that I purchased maybe 2 months ago that I love. It's gray, so I'm excited about that. And plus gray goes with everything. So with a pair of jeans, some killer boots, you got it, okay? All right, and then the last 2 projects that I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to this month, but I might end up having to work on it in November. First, I have this project. It's McCall's 9273. This one, I made it with the tucks right here, which is view D. Made this with a cutout. Now, when I made this, I was a lot bigger than I am now. So right now, this does not fit me at all. It looks a mess, so I need to resize it. And there's an issue with the cutout. I hacked the pattern and added a cutout right over the bust, but it's just not the way that I want it to sit. So what I'm gonna do is take this apart. Yeah, I said it, pick it up. And then I'm gonna use this pattern, McCall's 8003, to try to fix the cutout. Now I think the dimensions are just slightly off. So I'm gonna use this pattern piece in order to see if I can figure it out. Maybe it's good to go and I just didn't stitch it together correctly, or I need to take a different approach. So that's my game plan with this. And, oh, that's it. So I still need to find a pattern for the jacket that I plan to make with this fabric right here, and some blue rib knit for the cuffs and the band. I also plan on making a shirt dress. I don't have it on my plans yet because I haven't found the fabric that I want to use to make a shirt dress, so that's why I haven't finalized that. And the other thing that I'm doing this month is Pink Mimosa by Cinta. Probably have that wrong. In Instagram has a 30-yard challenge. So the reality is I'm a fabric hoarder. I have great intentions in the store. I see the projects, I see the potential in the fabric, but I don't have as much time as I wish I did. So I don't get all these projects done. And I change my mind a lot. Like, oh, I was gonna make this with it, but it's gonna be this instead. And so there's fabric that I started projects with, didn't finish, their work in progress. And there's lots of fabric in my stash that they're just sitting there. So this challenge, this 30-yard challenge, pretty much the concept is to use the fabric in your stash. So I'm going to shop my stash and I'm not allowed to buy fabric until I knock out 30 yards. So 30 yards can be anywhere from, if a project is 2 yards, then that's 15 projects, 15 garments. Or maybe I decide to make a floor-length dress, and so then, and I do have some fabric downstairs, it's about 5 yards cut, and that could be end up 6, so 6 garments. So that is what I'm planning to do. And to reward myself, this has to be an incentive. After I use 30 yards, I'm going to purchase some Ankara print fabric from AKN Fabric Store. I plan on ordering about 10 to 20 yards with project, and let me say this, with projects already lined up for the fabric. So, and then I'll most likely start the 30-yard project again, challenge again. So then the thing is, and I didn't mention this earlier, if you end up purchasing fabric before completing the 30 yards, you have to start over. So that's not what I'm planning to do. I'm planning on sewing 30 yards of fabric, purchasing 20 yards, making at least 10 to 15 of the 20 yards, and then start the 30-yard project challenge again, and then have it in other incentive. I have fabric stores in my mind that I want to just go and pick up some fabric. There's so many options. There's melanated fabric. I really want to drive to Atlanta and actually shop in the brick and mortar, but that's probably going to be like the second time around. So that's my game plan. All right. So just looking at the fabric that I have pulled out from my stash, this is about 2.5 yards. So it's possible for me to accomplish my goal. The fabric that I'm using for my mom's dress is about 3 yards. So that's 5.5 right there. You see how fast that's adding up? The teal fabric is 2 yards. Actually, it's like 1.5 yards, but the shirt only needs, I think, about 1 yard or 1.25 yards. So that's 5, 6.25. The remnant there to make my shorts is 7.25. The other pair of shorts is another 1.5 yards. So that's 8.75. So it's adding up. I'm almost to 10. So if I actually make everything on my to-do list for October, maybe it's 10 yards from my stash. Because, yeah, maybe 10, 12 yards. Maybe I'll end up getting more done. But what do you have planned? Are you joining the 30-yard challenge? Are you planning on making any of these patterns? What do you plan to do? What fabric are you planning to use? Please let me know in the comments below. I love reading your comments, and I cannot wait to hear from you guys again. All right, talk to you soon. Bye. Bye.